Hey there, good afternoon, how's it going? Today is Monday, March 3rd, 2025. Currently 93 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 34 degrees Celsius. It is hot and humid. Back in Bangkok. Just arrived yesterday, flight from Taipei, Taiwan. So there is much to explain. Including answering the question that I'm sure a few of you will have, which is what happened to Japan? I had mentioned in previous videos that I was planning to go to Japan. I had a flight booked from Taipei to Naha, a city on Okinawa Island, southern Japan. So what happened is the weather changed. So the only reason that I made that flight at all is because in order to fly into Taiwan, I had to have an onward flight. Otherwise, I generally don't book flights out of countries because of this exact circumstance of plans changing, and I don't necessarily know how long I'm going to want to stay, and so I prefer to keep things flexible. But I had this flight booked to Okinawa. Wow, that is a nice restaurant there. There used to be a little place you could stay there that I stayed once. I remember it was 100 baht, which is $3 a night, and it was like a little jail cell. It was just like super simple. I think that was back in either 2007 or 2008, the first time that I came to Thailand. Anyway, so when I booked that flight, then the weather was showing it as being quite nice. 70s, like upper 70s, sunny, because Okinawa is a really epic looking island with great beaches. And then the weather changed literally the day that I was supposed to land, which was actually today. I flew yesterday from Taipei, but I had my flight today to Okinawa. And so just today, then it was showing getting cool, down in the 60s, and some rain. And it would just kind of be a shame to go to this place where you want to go to these amazing white sand beaches and go on like waterfall hikes and stuff like this, but then have it be cool and raining and stuff. And so decided, well, let's put it off until another time when I can fully experience and enjoy somewhere that I really, really want to get to. But we'll see when that might happen later. And so I was considering my various options, which were many, but it wasn't too hard of a decision for me what I was really feeling like, which is going back to India. So for one, the weather is perfect. I'm headed to the desert. I will keep it a secret where I'm going. It is a place that I've been to in India many times, but not in a long time. Not since 2017, so 8 years. And it is one of my favorite places in India, so that's where I'm going to start this next epic journey. It is perfect weather there, around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfectly sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and it is going to be a really nice, peaceful place to hang out. I will plan to stay there for a little while, at least a week or something, and just kind of relax a bit and consider where else I want to go in India. I really want to get up to the northeast. I'll have to see if I'm up for that big journey. Still haven't been to Kerala. I want to go visit some of these incredible stepwells. I've been to a few, but the deep wells going down into the ground that were created by people that are incredibly intricate, complex, multi-leveled. There's one in Gujarat that I want to see, and one in Rajasthan. So we'll see about that, but don't want to get too lost on my India plans for now. Save that for once I get there. But one thing that I wanted to update is my countries visited list, because I decided to do a little recalibration, revision on how I count my countries, because in the past, if I went to a country more than once on the same overall trip, so entered a country and then left, went to some other countries, and then went back to that same country, I would just count it as one time. I decided to go ahead and count every time that I've entered a country, as long as I actually stayed there for some period of time. For example, in 2014, then I was in Thailand here, but down in the south. I had spent my 30 days and needed to do a visa run. And so I went across to Myanmar, just planning to do a visa run, and then I had to get a visa for Myanmar, and so I decided to stay one night and got a little taste of Myanmar, and then took the boat back to Thailand. So I don't count that as 2 visits to Thailand. But for example, in 2021, I went to Greece 2 times, and then I think it was in 2022, I went to Greece 3 times. And I had counted those each as just one trip, but I decided to go ahead and add them on as multiple trips. So point being, my most visited country is now Greece at 15. India is at 14, and so tomorrow we'll make it 15, now tied with Greece. Also, I added one more visit to Mexico, because in 2015 I went to Mexico for the first time in winter 2015, spent a month on the Yucatan, and then took a boat to Belize, then to Guatemala, and then back into Mexico, and so I decided to count that as a separate visit to Mexico. And so this is my 9th time to Thailand, even though this time barely counts, because I'm just here for 2 nights, 1 day. Tomorrow I fly to India. And so I kind of had aspirations of maybe doing some proper exploring of Bangkok, because I haven't really shown it properly. I've been to Bangkok so many times and made lots of videos here, mostly just around here. And so here we are at Khaosan Road. It is really quiet and quite dead right now, but tonight it will be very, very different. But I have made videos showing much more of Bangkok, but years ago with my old crappy camera. I've also explored Bangkok a lot before I was making videos, but kind of like Athens, Greece, and I tend to kind of just stop here for a couple of days, relax. I'm not feeling super motivated to go on a big, take a tuk-tuk or a bus or whatever and go exploring all around the city, because it is massive. So I was kind of thinking maybe I might do that today, but totally not in the mood. So that's not going to happen. So you will have to wait for another time. And so I realized that this video is a total repeat, since I've walked down Khaosan Road so many times and made so many videos right here, but just decided, well, in the same way that it is nice to revisit, maybe it is nice to see it again on video. I didn't realize it was going to be this dead here. I thought it would be a bit more of a happening scene, but it is hot, so a lot of people are being smart and staying in the shade where it's cooler, drinking cold drinks, etc. So I am just gonna wander around and just show this area right here. Take a left up here and then show the other lane on the other side, which is kind of the same thing. And then also it was just an opportunity to update on my travel plans and explain what happened with Japan and where I'm going next and all that. So you can see all these signs for cannabis, Khaosan Kush Club. It is very legal. There again, cannabis. So I had a great brunch there. Avocado toast, a perfect mango banana smoothie. Last night I had pad see ew, one of my favorite Thai dishes. Kind of like pad Thai, but different. So there is the Royal Palace, which I've been to a few times. It is a short ways away from here. You could even walk. A bit of a long walk, but Bangkok is definitely one of the best cities in Asia and in the world. And it is great to be back in Thailand. I mean, Thailand just checks all the boxes as far as the friendliness of the people, the interesting culture, the food, the prices, tons to see, and just this vibe, this atmosphere. Whenever I go to all the other countries around here, which are all interesting, but then I come back to Thailand, it's always like kind of a sigh of relief, like, oh yeah, this is the really cool place. This is the best of Southeast Asia, and so there's a reason why, you know, it is super popular. Just nowhere else quite has the same perfect mix of conditions. So I was super tempted to stay for a little while before going to India, and was really on the fence trying to make up my mind, like really back and forth, until like the day before my flight, and then decided I just wasn't really in the mood for the transportation hassle. So I want to go to Causmic, which Patty Doyle showed a video of, an island that is the closest island to Bangkok, which I've always wanted to see. And then his video really put it firmly on my travel list that I got to get there. And it's only a couple of hours away from Bangkok by bus or whatever. And so I was thinking of popping over there, but then I also want to revisit Koh Kood. So I went to Koh Kood in 2007, and then I got sick there. A really weird sickness in which my only symptom was that I couldn't hardly get out of bed. I was just like super exhausted, absolute zero energy. I had like 5 days there, and I spent the whole time basically just in bed reading. Just getting to the bathroom was a pain, or getting one meal a day. I don't know what the heck it was. People have suggested maybe dengue fever or something. That certainly seems like a possibility. And then it kind of just went away on my last day when I left, something like that. And so I didn't see hardly anything. I did one little walk to a waterfall or something, but so I wanted to go back to Koh Kood, and it is just past Causmic, a few hours further, but So if I'm going to go to Causmic, it just makes sense to combine that with going to Kokud, and so then you're talking a fairly substantial trip of probably at least a couple of weeks. And so basically I just decided, you know what, I'm not quite feeling up for that now, but I could be back to Thailand soon. But where I'm going in India, then it's going to be a really chilled out, relaxing place. Hang there for a while, get my bearings, get sort of caught up with stuff, and make up my mind what else I want to do and see in India. So that is the general plan. And at this point I think that I'm going to do like most other people and get out of this heat. I am already just sweating away. My room is just a 2-minute walk away from here. So there you go. Nothing too exciting or special here, but hopefully better than nothing. Get a little taste of the Thailand vibes. So I've come full circle. That is where I walked out of. Rambu Tree Soy, and my hotel is right over here. Down a little lane, I think right up here, and so it's quite quiet. So I'll show you the name of the place. Ooh, nice cool air coming out of the store there. So, right there. Jira at 19 Hostel. Not as cheap as other places. It was one of those, considering all factors, quiet, fast Wi-Fi, and clean, good reviews, etc. But you can certainly pay less for rooms in Bangkok. All right, I think that is gonna do it. Time to get back into the AC. So that is it for Thailand, but lots more coming from India. See ya. And this is Khaosan Road at 9:56 p.m. It's definitely changed a little bit. Let's do the walkthrough. The scorpions and spiders and fish. Oh my. Man, oh man, things have really changed since the afternoon. So in case anyone happens to be curious, how often do I run into viewers? It definitely happens more often on Khaosan Road than in other places. So right after I finished the clip in the afternoon, then I ran into Johannes from Germany over on that other road over there. And then right before starting this clip here, then I ran into Dan and Carly from London, UK. So happened a couple of times